Clogged feeding tubes. Let's take a minute and talk about how to deal with them. But first, let's talk about how to prevent them. That's my number one approach when I am asked about how to deal with a clogged feeding tube, is to really take a proactive approach with educating around flushing. So I like this idea of a water sandwich. When I'm teaching patients, I talk about water, feeding, water, or water, medication, water. So you sandwich anything that goes through that tube with a push of water so that you're keeping that tube clean on the inside. And a manual flush is really important to use that technique to keep the tube clean on the inside. Now, when you do have a clogged feeding tube, you have to deal with it. So one of the recommendations I have is to use a syringe, a 60 ml syringe with some warm water, and to use this rocking sort of push-pull, push-pull, push-pull technique, and to work on that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience. It'll take a little effort, and you can possibly remove the clog from the tube. Another option is to use a smaller syringe. A 6 ml syringe, nothing smaller than that, on a feeding port, and you can get a little bit more force, and you could possibly remove that clogged tube with a smaller syringe. But again, nothing smaller than a 6 ml syringe so you don't damage the tube. But again, going back to your water sandwich with a manual flush with a syringe, before and after anything that goes through the tube.